Good afternoon. Start the clock. Start the clock on my favorite 5 seconds of the year when I get to say, welcome to Dreamforce. You may have noticed it looks a little different this year, and I think it's more than just the decor. Because after a decade of getting together to figure out how we can all go forth and evangelize the cloud, guess what? We won. And now we get to spend this week training you all to evangelize you. And that is what the Trailblazers thing really means to me, is that this is about helping you write the next story of what your contribution is going to be in your company, in your industry, in your world, in your life. And since it's all about the stories, it is now my pleasure to start the stories. Please join me, folks. Please welcome Paul Clemmons, the Principal and Global Salesforce Alliance Leader at Deloitte Digital, and Emma Huntington, Managing Director of Zurich Future You, which has got to be one of the greatest titles I've ever heard, Emma, with Zurich Insurance Company Limited. It is so great to have you folks here as the first voice of the customer and partner ecosystem that makes this week what it is. Emma, I don't know very many companies with a more colorful history than Zurich Insurance. I mean, you were doing shipping insurance in the 1870s. You were doing accident insurance for soldiers in World War I, so there's an interesting line of work. There's got to be a 21st century vision here, and I wonder if you can tell us what it's going to be.
Of course, and you're right. Thank you, Peter. Zurich's an amazing organization. We have a fantastic trusted brand and an amazing set of products and services. And of course, we will evolve with our customers, as we always have done. But we have a challenge as an industry. Our customers' expectations are really being set by the experiences they have outside our industry, and that requires us to transform. And there's no better example of transformation than the new business that we're building in the UK, Zurich Future You. This is a digital consumer business being delivered by an entrepreneurial team with new ways of working, and of course in partnership with Deloitte Digital and Salesforce. And we're already having phenomenal success with thousands of customers engaged with our product, and that's in less than a year since we started building with 2 releases.
Paul, I feel like I could go home now. She's already said all the important things. She said it's not about just competing with the other insurance companies, but with the level of service expectation that's being created in this mobile connected world. She said it's about not using the same ways of work, but building a workforce that feels entrepreneurial. Tell me what kind of perspective Deloitte Digital is able to bring to that tremendous initiative that Zurich Insurance is embarking upon.
Great, thanks, Peter. Well, Zurich Insurance is a great example of a big traditional company really changing the game, focusing on transformation. And really, Salesforce is the enabler of that. But the way that Zurich Insurance approached this was really important, that it was outside in. So customer orientation, think about what's right for the customer, not about like how to sell more products and services. So that is a really important lesson for everybody here. And that's what Mark and you all have been talking about for many years. Start with the customer. And so that was the first thing they did. The second thing that we noticed, that I noticed that they've done, is just have really strong commitment and leadership. So Emma's done a great job, and they're lucky to have her, but the rest of Zurich Insurance, committing the budget and dedicating people, and then working with us has been a great experience, and we really see this is a fantastic example of really this digital transformation market, how Salesforce is enabling this, and it's technology, but it's around changing the way you do business to focus on the customer. It's awesome.
Emma, I know that the most exciting thing about working with people like Deloitte Digital and with Salesforce is that instead of getting to the top of the mountain and praying that no one ever asks you to do that again, you get there and you say, can't wait for what comes next. We can't wait to hear from you about what's going to come next, and we hope that we'll be hearing more from Zurich Insurance and Deloitte Digital over the coming year. Thank you so much for being the opening voice of the customer at the best Dreamforce ever. Thank you very much.